morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Thursday, number 17 day for this month of February 2022. My name na Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, aka Sense Pass King. Welcome to our daily podcast, a program where we bring you the truth, objective journalism, and reports to you update from the Ambazonian War Council without fear or favor. The truth and nothing but the truth. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to pay tribute to a general, to a leader, a fierce leader in battle, Commander Ebube, where he be killed in a battle with Cameroun military as he be the struggle for fight and make sure the rest of the team they escape the ambush where they already find themselves inside. Commander Ebube, he be born with us like a brother, like a patriot. What a wonderful thing to work with heroes like Ebube, a group of heroes in the ADF family, the Bamenda Brigade, the tip of the spear in Ambazonia Arsenal against La République du Cameroun occupation, the hope for freedom for over 8 millions. Would I be born by what I cannot describe with every single day, over 2,000 Ambazonian Defense Forces throughout our national territory, everybody excited to wake up the next day and work for the freedom of our people. Every day we wake up, struggle and work to fight against kidnapping for ransom, against excesses, to bring a bond of patriotism, a spirit that guides our heart, that brings us from across the globe, people who would have never known each other, but to love and care for each other's well-being, and to be guided by a simple love for our people and our country. With a great leader that has inspired all of us, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayeba, with his no blink, no turning back, no surrender, but focus to make sure that we understand that we are fighting for something that is bigger than ourselves, the freedom of over 8 millions and many more unborn. The ADF family, today we pay tribute to General Ebube, a young commander who have fought many battles, who will never hesitate to pick up the gun and face the occupier, the giants of La République du Cameroun. It is the strength of young men like this that gives us the voice to speak, that gives hope to Ambazonia. And we can assure you there are thousands of men like this. There are even more thousands and hundreds of thousands like men like Ebube that we cannot arm simply because we don't have the money. But we will work tirelessly to make sure that every single Ebube out there has the gun, have the weapons to fight the occupation and put an end to our subjugation from an alien government, a foreign power. You should never forget, this is a resistance. This is a resistance war of a foreign occupation, a failed recolonization campaign by the French government and its allied, the puppet regime of La République du Cameroun, that itself has fought the people of Cameroun against their independence. We might be the first African country that truly attained freedom in its independence. Remember, independence is a concept. Without freedom, it means nothing. We are fighting for not just independence, but freedom for our people, the rights to rule themselves, govern themselves, manage their own resources, and become a partner in the international economy. Not a puppet regime, not a regime that have compromised its independence for political freedom and yet surrender its future in the hands of foreigners. We know exactly what we are fighting for. We know what drives us. We know the spirit that hovers amongst our forces, and that particular spirit is invincible. It cannot die. It will grow and it will only grow. We are determined to carry out a reprisal attack to avenge the death of General Ebube. We are asking for our people to reach out to Lucas Asu, Mama Wali, and make a donation on behalf of General Ebube for his reprisal attack. This is how it went down. On that fateful morning, our forces were gathering in a rendezvous point in a house that was marked as a safe house for them to carry out attack against a Cameroun convoy that was supposed to come in that area. We now learned that that was a decoy by the Cameroun military. They deliberately sent that information out, and they had captured one of our forces previously. That is the force that they use to come into our safe area without being picked up by our intelligence network and our network of defenses that were put in place. We have studied and we have learned how it happens, and we have taken measures to mitigate the same in the future. We lost 3 brave men: Commander Ebube, Jires, and Sknakov. That is his nickname. The body of Jires and his girlfriend, who came there as well to deliver certain things, were burnt, with the girlfriend being burnt alive. Our people should know the barbaric nature of the enemy and to understand when such expression of anger comes from our side towards the occupation forces. The occupier then dragged the body of General Ebube and display him in Chemist Junction. I have to bring you this detail to understand when you see similar anger being expressed by our people, because we will show La République to Cameroon the anger that they have given to us in this attack. We will do so. Make no mistake, we will. To anybody who partner against our forces, who partner against the aspiration of Ambazonians for its independence and freedom, be sure your days are numbered. It's a matter of time. We will get to you. For all those who exploit resources within our territory, or multinational company, import and export company, you have to do your social responsibility and pay your liberation tax today before you are being held responsible for not paying tax by your company. Reach out today and pay your tax. For all individuals who are in the diaspora, who are doing big business shipping back home, make sure your company have paid your tax. For all organizations, Njangi, meeting, unions of Ambazonians abroad, make sure your group have paid your tax. This is not a tax where we beg or we ask you to pay. It's a tax we are demanding for the survival of our forces and our people. It is necessary. It is your social responsibility. It's your duty to the country to make sure that you have paid your due for our liberation. Fellow Ambazonians, I want to also take this opportunity to give a very big and good news of an attack that our forces, a mobile wing that carried out an attack in SABGA Hill that killed 9 Cameroon terrorist occupation forces. The mission commander was missing in action. Yesterday, he had been accounted for and he's doing fine, and we can now report to our people about the actions that took place in SABGA Hill with the bomb unit of the Ambazonia Defense Forces. These are newly constituted units of our arsenal, and as we had promised you, our new forces, the new generation of Ambazonian fighters, will be more lethal, more professional in carrying out their mission against the occupation forces. We want to congratulate all those who were involved in planning and executing this attack, and to tell our people that our spirits are high and more attacks such as this will be coming. The last Cameroon military who was injured in that attack, we learned have died in the hospital. The mission took 2 days to be executed. It started on the 10th, and it appears to be have been slowed down by an informant that walks around that area and provide information to the Cameroon military. They tried to avoid the ambush, and they still fell in the ambush on the 12th, and they withdrew and came back again on the 13th. So the attack took place in 2 days consecutively. One of the units that was pulled out to lure the Cameroon military, the mission commander, was missing in action, and we are very happy that he's doing fine and he's accounted for. We are sending this message to our people who provide intelligence to the Cameroon military to know that we are very much aware, and we will narrow in on them, and there will be zero tolerance to anybody that provides intelligence or information to the Cameroon military. Anybody. Cameroon military are a brutal force that knows no law, practice no law, respect no human rights, take no prisoner, kill our people in inhumane fashion, destroy personal property, carry out collective punishment against our people. They are waging a genocidal war, and no communication with our civilians are allowed with the Cameroon military. If they discuss with you for more than 1 minute, we want to know. You'll be forced to come and answer questions. We have informed our population that nobody should have interaction, relationship with the Cameroon occupation terrorist military within Ambazonia. For all Ambazonians, we are calling on you to do your part, react by fueling the resistance, by making sure you have donated for the resistance to be empowered and for our forces to have the material they need to carry out their actions. Do not divert resources to political scavenger and people who are playing game. Seriously, do not divert money to people who are playing game and to individual groups that may not be capable of following the national map for our liberation. It is very important that 80% of your contribution goes to the nationalist movement, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, as the main and effective mechanism to liberate our country. Every citizen should be patriotic enough to know this. We have taken enough time to explain. There will always be scavengers who will continue to scavenge money for something else, but make sure you do your part to do 80% of your liberation funds to the Ambazonia Defense Forces for effective liberation. It's a big force with huge responsibility, and the only military so far capable of doing what it takes in what we call the taking over or storming of the Bastille, or whatever name you want to name it or to call it. It's very important. We will continue to pursue collaboration with all forces. We will continue to push for all forces to uphold our standards, our ethics, as well as our code of conduct to assure our population of the curbing of excesses. And we will continue to call on leaders who seek to take political capital from self-defense to take the responsibility also to fight the excesses that have become a big problem for our forces. We are very happy for the unity that is being built up from the policy positions with the Ambazonian, with SOCADEF. We are very happy with the meeting that took part in Ireland, and the working sessions are ongoing. Collaboration is strong, and we hope to see more and more Ambazonia unify ourselves so that we can synchronize our activity on the defense as well as in the diplomatic front. Thank you all. God bless you. Capo Daniel, signing off.